Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Ladder Anxiety with Proximus. Today we're going to be looking over a ZVZ game that I played the other day, so let's get through to the game. Let's get started. Okay, in the bottom right is DMC, and in the top left it's myself. So throwing out the good luck, have fun. Now Zerg vs Zerg is probably one of the most volatile matchups, just because low tier units are really good. Zerglings are very fast, roaches have a lot of HP. They don't do a huge amount of damage as compared to other units, but they're relatively cheap. Again, you can get them off base tech, and you can pump out quite a lot of them off to base. So I tend to go for a quite aggressive early style, just so that I have units out, so in the event of them rushing, then at least I can do something to defend myself, and if not, then I can go and attack them. Now I've recently bought a new mouse, so I was still trying to get grips with it this game, so there you go, Overlord dance animation. Yeah, that's quite cool in fact. I haven't yet unlocked the new Ultralisk skin, but we'll get there in the end. So both of us just droning up to start with. So 14-15 supply is about when you start seeing any kind of things go down. So he's gone for a spawning pool on 14, and I'm going to go for a hatchery on 16. So he's gone spawning pool gas, and I'm just going hatchery first. I should be putting down a gas, there we go, and then a spawning pool back here any moment now when I have the money. So he's now coming down to expand. So he went pool gas hatchery, I went hatchery gas pool. There we go. Now what this means is that he can potentially have Zergling speed faster than me. He also gets an earlier queen, which means that, there we go, if he starts building one, he can get more inject on, which he can either get an economic advantage or he can use them for additional drones. Additional Zerglings to push in, or if you get the creep spread going well, he can take another base and just defend quite well with lings. So he's putting out a couple of lings here, just as a kind of initial start. Now he's supply blocked, he's just an Overlord. I'm now supply blocked, but I've got an Overlord on the way, so not too severe a supply block. I like doing hatchery on 16 and then pool and gas then pool, because your pool finishes just as your 2 hatcheries finish, and then you should have enough money for 2 queens straight away and to build 2 drones with the larvae that come with his hatcheries. It's just a nice kind of smooth build. Oh, hide the time there. Shh, you didn't see that. So his Zergling speed is about a third of the way done. I've just started mine, so he's going to have Zergling speed a good 30 StarCraft seconds before me, so it's about 20 seconds real life. So now his first set of lings are kind of coming up. Run past that queen and then take it down. I think I get an inject off just before it dies. Yeah, so that's not so good for me. I could have pro-saved that queen, but yeah, at least I got the injector lava off, so it wasn't entirely lost. I mean, it is 150 minerals that I now don't have, but he's not really making the best use. He's got 19, I've got 21 drones. Now we're even on drones, and both of us aren't really using our additional bases. So my Zergling speed's yet to finish. I'm putting down a Baneling nest. He's taking a second gas in his main, pumping out Zerglings, and he's going straight into lair tech. 6 minutes is quite an early lair, and it's probably indicative of, I'd say Spire, but It's not usual really to see Spire that early in Zerg vs Zerg, again because the other guy goes roaches, just pumps out a load of roaches with the gas that you've spent in lair tech, and Mutalisks just can't take them down enough. So he has put a Spine Crawler here. He has split his Zerglings to try and prevent any run-bys just coming straight up. He can surround them. So I got a couple of Banelings rolling in. He rolls out, try and take them out, chase him back in, come back and wait for my Banelings. So behind this I'm getting my Queen back, which I should have got earlier, and I roll in. Now what I should have done is probably targeted the Queen down before there. I did take out some drones with Banelings, but I should probably have targeted his Zerglings as well, split them off, one Baneling each way, because he's now cleared up the remainder of my Zerglings with his. So he still has a good number of Zerglings. Some of them are on reasonably low health, but he does not have a mineral line at his natural. I have kind of a bit of a mineral line. It's a bit weak because I'm using all my lava on Zerglings, and Zerglings are very lava expensive. So again, morphing some Banelings here because I know he's got a big bunch of Zerglings. Best thing with that is Banelings because they can take out a large number. So now I'm just massing up a large number of Zerglings to defend this push, which I can see. I sent out my Overlords just to try and get a spread along the centre of the map here, so they'll keep on rolling out and stopping partway across the map. He retreats back to his base because he's seen the Banelings and he doesn't really want to lose all of his Zerglings. The Spire is now coming out, which is not really ideal to try and get Spire on one base. You've only got 2 gas, you can't really afford that many muters. I mean, he's only got 2 drones here. He just made 4 Overlords at once. He's making another 2 and he's still got quite a lot of supply left. So I'm now finally going up to lair, and I'm droning up a little bit. I could really get away with more drones, but I'm going to more concentrate on checking if he's got a third, and then I see he doesn't, so I'm then going to move in and push his front just to see what he's got, because at the moment all he has is Zerglings. But the best way to check what your opponent's got is force him to come and get at you with everything he's got, and the best way to do that is just charge down his throat. So I'm now properly droning up in the background, so now I've got quite a lot more drones than him, and here comes the attack in. So he's just got a big swell of Zerglings here. He's building 2 Spine Crawlers, and ideally I want these Banelings to try and connect with these Zerglings. Unfortunately I misclicked and I hit the lava, again new mouse, and again over there. So I didn't target the Banelings, but I did get his Zerglings back into a corner, and mine took his out, then went on to clear out the Spine Crawler. Meanwhile, I'm massing a load of Zerglings, and I morph some of them into Banelings just in case he's got a big group of something up here. What he's actually making is he's making a huge clump of Zerglings, but he's also making 4 muters, which is really, he can afford 4 more, and he is broke on one base. Doesn't have +1. Meanwhile, I'm sitting back. I've got a good saturation in my natural now. I'm pumping out more Zerglings in case I lose these ones. I'm just leaving these at the bottom of his ramp. I now see the muters, so I just run my Zerglings in, try and take out whatever it is stuff I can. So I get the Queen, I clear up his Lings mostly, but then his muters come back. So he's got quite a small force, but I can't really deal with these muters at the moment. But as soon as I saw the muters and my attack was done, I popped down for War Crawlers and went for Hydras. Realised I didn't get Baneling speed. I got it just in case, because if you can run them around a bit faster, it means you can probably get them past the muters while they're defending the ramp, and he's spending the rest of his money on some more muters. So he now has 10 muters, which is quite difficult to deal with, but I'm taking a third base. I'm taking both the gases at my natural, and my Hydra den's just finished. So I can get some anti-air quite quickly. I have a lot of money saved up. Again, there's kind of an effect of going for a lot of Zerglings early on, is that on 2 hatches. You can't really spend all the money. I should probably have, should have expanded a lot earlier or get additional hatcheries. So here his mutas come in and run into 2 spore crawlers and a queen and hydras, which are nearly hatched. So here they come, take out a couple of mutas, he runs them back. I've got some more from my natural which spawned. These get taken out, but they take out a muta or so, and then the ones come from the back really just clear out the last of his army here. He's only got a couple of zerglings left. He doesn't have any economy back just because of my zergling counterattacks, and he leaves the game. So, what have I learned from here? The aggressive style worked well in that it forced him to produce zerglings anyway. He was producing zerglings early anyway because he went pool first, but because I had a large number of lings as well and kind of quashed his first attack and then bounced right back at him, it meant he couldn't drone up. And he kept producing zerglings, so did I, but I did get a decisive victory early on, which allowed me to drone up in the background while the rest of my army, with a couple of banelings, was sitting right in front of him obnoxiously so that he couldn't really safely drone up. He really had to deal with the army that was sitting at his front door. However, knowing that I was going zerglings, I should probably have got this base earlier, or even 2 bases, maybe a macro hatch, just to enable myself to get the additional lava that you need to produce as many lings as you can off 2 base just of minerals. Again, centrifugal hooks could have come earlier, but I was more concentrating on trying to roll in, make sure the bane is connected, but I was missing. Again, new mouse, it takes a while to get used to. I'm a bit better with it now. It is much nicer than my old one. So yeah, this base, never used it in the end, never really got there. 14 minutes, I could probably have had that saturated. I've got plenty of money left, plenty of supply. I have a lot of lava sitting around, so I could have done a lot of stuff in an accelerated fashion there. But there we go. I hope you enjoyed that game and hope you enjoyed listening to a little bit of my review of it. So next week I'm probably going to see if I can find a good TVZ just to spread them all out over 3 videos, all the races together. Thanks for joining me. I've been Proximace and I will see you next week.